Hi everybody, we are Gael and Lila, students of Blaise Pascal High School, and we'll present you the biggest ever European Union enlargement, which happened in January the 1st in 2007. It was the fifth enlargement and was in preparation since mid-90s. First, the European Union is a group of 28 countries nowadays that operates as a cohesive economic and political bloc. 19 of them are using the euro as their official currency. There were a lot of membership applications after the Cold War because of the advantages and the economic success of the European Union. 12 new countries are admitted during this expansion, making a total of 27 member states.
Summary. First of all, we will talk about the historical background, the economic and historical situation in the Europe before this expansion. Second of all, we will see which countries are concerned by this enlargement and the admission criteria to become an EU member state. Afterwards, we will present the different phases of this extension. Finally, we will speak about the reasons of this enlargement and the benefits of European integration to the young democracies.
In 1989, just after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the communist polities of Europe collapsed, and 2 years later, in 1991, the USSR implodes, leaving behind 15 independent states. It was the end of the Cold War, which opposed the East Bloc and the West Bloc. The political, economic, and social situation of those 15 states was a complete disaster. The Soviet communism falls marked the end of the confrontation between two systems against each other. The victory of the West Bloc, directed by the US, was at the origin of the fear of an unipolar world based on the American superpower, which led to the emergence of Europe even more on the international economic and political scene. The 15 independent states began a transition to democracy and liberal economy. Some of them made rapprochements with the European Economic Community to implement economic reforms for the integration. The fifth enlargement negotiations with candidate states ended after 10 years in 2007.
Admission criteria. During the European Council of Copenhagen in 1993, this fifth enlargement is accepted on condition that three important types of criteria are respected. Political criteria are the number one. It is necessary that the country has a democracy with stable institutions, guarantees the human rights, the respect of the minorities and their protection. Number two, the economical criteria. The market economy must be correct and it's really important to be able to cope with the competitive pressure. Number three, community acquis. So the legal rights and obligation binding the member states. The candidate must assume the obligations of the member states and subscribe to the political, economic, and monetary objectives of the country.
The fifth enlargement of the European Union took place in two stages. The 1st May 2004 with 10 new member states and the 1st January 2007 with the two last states. The 12 candidate countries must respect the Copenhagen criteria from 1993 in order to claim European integration. These criteria constitute the community acquis, sometimes called the European Union acquis. The decision to first integrate 10 new member states, followed by two others, is taken at the Copenhagen European Council in 2002. The Accession Treaty was signed on 16 April 2003 in Athens and the Treaty of 2005 in Luxembourg between the European Union member states and the 10 acceding countries. These treaties entered in application the 1st May 2004 and on January the 1st 2007 for Bulgaria and Romania.
The reasons of this enlargement. As we said before, with the implosion of the USSR, the new independent states were on a very bad politically, socially, and economically situations. Join the EU was the only solution. It gave them hope because it's a space of peace, a peace based on solidarity. The benefits. Indeed, there are many benefits for the young democracies. First, there are the fundamental rights, like guarantee of democracy, respect for human rights, and the principle of freedom. Secondly, the intensification of the relation or trade, like internationalization of the economies, which has developed the exchange of labor and mastery of the language. In 1994, 80% of international trade of European countries was between European countries. Other benefits exist related to the environment and education.